Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speedrun Ragnarok 2020. I am your host, Dotface. Nice to see you all still up in chat and just chilling and enjoying these rhythm games. Wolfman, absolutely wonderful, wonderful block. Definitely enjoyed that Groove Coaster. We're going to be rolling into some Pump It Up XX 20th Anniversary Edition. ZELLLOO himself will be running the block, as well as Haru, since we met that incentive during the last stream. Commentators who will be commentating throughout this block. We have Haru.
Yo, that's me.
What's going on? And then not only that, we have Vincent Kim. V Kim, what's up?
Hello, I'm back from the previous block.
Welcome back. Good to have you up in here.
Thank you. Now we're gonna be
so with that,
without
further ado, without further ado, ZELLLOO, take it away. Have fun. Stomp on those panels.
Hey everyone, I'm ZELLLOO or Zello, however you want to say it. Like Dot said, I'm going to be doing a Pump It Up showcase. This is a Korean music rhythm game similar to Dance Dance Revolution, but there's going to be some very interesting differences in different song lists. Like Dot said, we did meet the co-op incentive, so I will be playing one set of co-op charts with Haru in the middle of this, so thank you all for the push to meet that co-op incentive. As far as stuff's concerned with audio setup, I will not be commentating at any point during this showcase. Audio is a little complicated, so I'm just going to have all my mics off, and Haru and Vincent are going to take care of all the commentary. They'll keep you filled in on what's going on. So I will just go ahead and get started. So let me start the timer on my end, and take it away, guys.
Let's pump it up.
I hope you're all ready for my 30-minute lecture on how great Beethoven virus is, or conflict.
Sure, we'll do that. You will have a whole credit while I'm being sweaty and you watch my legs on the screen. So it's all to you.
Yes, that is correct. Pump It Up is the one with the argument. I guess we should explain what the heck Pump It Up is. It's an arcade dance game. It's produced by On The Miro. It's similar to Dance Dance Revolution. It's probably a lot more popular, except it has 5 arrow panels, 4 diagonals, and a center, as opposed to 4 directional arrows of left, down, up, and right.
For playing Pump It Up, you usually use just your legs. You stand on the platform and you press panels according to the arrows you will see on the screen. You press the panel when arrow reaches a special step zone on top of the screen.
Yeah, in other words, just smash on arrows to the beat.
So, unlike Dance Dance Revolution, where you usually just use one side, in Pump It Up, it's common to use one side or both sides at the same time. We'll see it later. And,
absolutely.
And ZELLLOO is starting with a really catchy song that is kind of memey about Pump It Up itself. You can see the lyrics on the screen and you will see some arrows in the background.
I feel like they should have saved this for Double X, considering this is the 20th anniversary version.
Oh yeah, we should probably explain the name of the game. So this version is called XX or Pump It Up 20, and it's 20th anniversary version. Pump It Up first mix was released sometime in August or September 1999, and Pump It Up XX was released in 2019, 20 years after the first mix. They did some special stuff for this version, such as reviving some older songs that nobody expected to be back in the game.
Yeah, I'm just happy Jump is back in the game.
I'm not sure people are happy about Can't.
Nah, I don't know about that.
So let's talk about a bit more about the gameplay. This chart is a single, so it means player only uses 5 panels on one side of the pad. There are 5 different judgments depending on how well you press the panel. Perfect is obviously the best, means you pressed ideally. Great is slightly less good, and good is even less good. Bad and miss are different grades of not pressing arrow good enough. So, ZELLLOO got double S. What this means? This means he full combo the song, so he didn't skip or miss any arrows, and he only got perfects and grades. We saw he only got one grade, which is really good. There are different grades depending on how well you played the song. Double S is one of the best grades, the best being triple S, which means you got only perfects and nothing else. Full perfect combo. There is also S, when you pressed everything pretty much okay, you didn't get any misses. And then going down from there, it's A, B, C, D, and F. F is like, no, you didn't do good. Vincent, do you want to talk a bit about this song?
Oh man, where do I begin with this? Okay, so there's an original song in Pump called Monkey Fingers back in Exceed 1. It's still in the game. It's made by Banya, which was On The Mirror's in-house band back then. Unfortunately, the group is no longer a thing since PS2, but the song's basically a cover of a well-known Korean children's song. And how the song goes is, well, of course the lyrics are in Korean, but they literally start off as a monkey's butt is very red. And then ties that in with another analogy, like if it's red, it's an apple. Apples are delicious. If it's delicious, it's a banana. You probably get the gist from there.
Wow.
And, yeah, it's a song. And so like one of my good friends and fellow Atlanta local here, DM Ashura, I'm sure that's a very common name, familiar name for many of you, would always joke, we would always joke around about making kimchi fingers happen. And then, like, well, eventually we said screw it, and we made it happen. Oops. We made our inside jokes into reality. Oh Lord! Don't let your memes be dreams. The voice that you hear in the song is actually me singing. Double oops. Granted, Diamashura did modify my voice during production to make it more faithful to the vocals in the original Banya song, but. Yeah, I sang, I wrote up the lyrics in a rush, and fire noodles. It's red.
It's red. So you see here ZELLLOO got 5 misses and Machine says it's an A. A is still like very good grade.
Yeah, we did make our own video for Kimchi Fingers, and at first they didn't like it, and it was getting close to finishing up on production, so they made their own, and it turned out to be that. And then the team actually ended up liking ours better, but they were already starting to produce more kits at the time, so whoops. Oh well, it's on our YouTube. Just search up Kimchi Fingers original video or something on YouTube.
Do you have any donations, Dot?
Yes, actually we do. And I wanted to squeak this in earlier. We actually have a $65 donation from Wolfman2000 a couple minutes ago saying, was it $60 or $65 that would be donated? Dan's dad forgot. It doesn't matter. It's for a good cause regardless. Keep on grooving all and stay safe. Thank you so much, Wolfman, for the $65 donation. Let's keep these donations rolling. Appreciate it.
ZELLLOO is trying to showcase as different types of step charts you can meet in Pump It Up. In DDR, step charts are usually like, weird. In Pump, they usually resolve when you try to turn, and some of the step charts made accent on turning, but this one in particular we're watching right now is really bracket heavy. What does this mean? Bracket in Pump is when you press 2 panels with 1 foot at the same time. It's not too complicated, but it's not also easy if you're just trying to get into the game. Earlier he played a song which Up and Up, which was more about runs and turns, And then Kimchi Fingers, which we were discussing, not quite the chart. Kimchi Fingers was heavy on jumps, so you have to jump really, really fast at pretty high BPM. Vincent, do you want to explain what BPM is?
BPM?
Yes.
Like the step artist, or like just the tempo of the song?
No, the tempo.
That's the tempo. Yeah, it's BPM stands for beats per minute. You know, that determines how fast the song is.
So the higher the number for BPM is, the faster the song is, and the faster you have to move.
Yep. And this game can get nuts pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're actually going to see a really fast step chart where you have to move quickly. And I'm probably going to leave you for a bit because I have to do co-ops with my husband. I will be back in a bit. Vincent, leaving it to you. Please explain whatever people want to know.
Alright, so here is top 10 reasons why Beethoven Virus is great and why it needs to take into our national anthem.
You grounded!
And excuse me,
You grounded, son.
I would love to hop in on this as well and listen to you, Vincent. I'm very interested to hear what you have on this.
You know, I would, but I think I got grounded a lot of times.
Oh no.
I mean, unless you want me to get grounded, I can totally do that, right? Now, speaking of fast songs, I'm only gonna say shoot. I don't want to attempt or even pronounce the last part of that song, but yeah, this chart is fast. You had a lot of fast runs.
Vincent, I have a quick question.
What's up?
ZELLLOO is absolutely fantastic at playing Pump It Up. How long has he been playing?
Oh, probably I know he's been playing for a long time. I mean, I've known him for a while too, but let me find out real quick. That is a good question. How do I not know this? He's my pump dad for...
That's what I was going to say, because ZELLLOO is a massive pillar in the Pump It Up community as well. I do know that for sure.
Right. I know he's been playing for at least 10 years, if not longer. For dance games in general, and he's just gotten ridiculously good in Pump. Making it into finals in the United States Pump Festival, which was a national special pump tournament here in the U.S. Back in 2014 against J-Boy. Came in second.
Right. Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you all over in the Georgia community throughout the old conventions and things like that.
Right. Yes, if you're holding the panel before the notes, yes, for holds, you can do that. Unless you're playing something like Interference, Single 18, when they actually sneak in a tap note right just above, like a 128th note right above a hold, then, well, be on the lookout for those sneaky boys. You'll notice he got a cracked gray A. The cracked letters means you did not stage pass it, which means like you your life bar actually went down all the way to 0 at any point. And in previous games there were
Yeah, we're getting set up for co-op. I should just say right now, the pad was a little more sticky than I'm used to, and it's very easy to get stuck on a song that fast.
That was an absolutely wonderful play. Absolutely wonderful play.
So, Tyler's with me now, and we're going to do the co-op. We'll do one full set of 4 songs, so stay tuned for that.
Wonderful, and this was the incentive that was just recently hit during Wolfman 2000's block for Groove Coaster.
Y'all, co-op is insane. I'm so glad we hit that incentive.
Absolutely.
Speaking of, you probably want to know what the heck co-op is. So, it is a special couples mode where 2 to up to 5 players actually can play all together. But wait, aren't you technically playing together already in versus separately? I mean, sure, but co-op is different in that regard because you actually have color coding for each player. You know, one player being red and the other being blue, as we can see here with Elise. You know, think of it as like 2 separate doubles charts combined together, quote unquote. co-op can actually get pretty challenging as players have to follow their own colors, and they generally require balance for no bar play. So you may also find yourself transitioning across pad sides, and you also have to be careful to avoid your partner and not try to collide and step on over each other.
Everyone in
pretty
chat,
painful.
Please, can we get some hype in chat for these co-op plays that we're about to see? This is some crazy stuff.
Yo, shout outs to DM Ashura, because this is his song right here, even though it's a classic remix of Fur Elise.
Absolutely. Well, and also, Vince, I would love to give a shout out to you because, I mean, you are a charter, aren't you?
I am. I don't know, my charts are rather popular. They're very whack oftentimes, but I mean, hey, kind of throw some editors into the editor or maybe into a blender and then just hope for the best. Alright, so a little background about this song. Aside from being a classical remix, which Pump is full of classical remixes for much of their original content, admittedly enough. This was actually originally produced for Pump It Up Infinity, which was a special version exclusively made for North American and European markets. And this was one of the special crossovers from during Fiesta 2 with Infinity, so we got a couple of those. I think they'll be playing another Infinity song in their co-op set. It'd be pretty cool. Also, one thing to mention, ZELLLOO, Haru, and I are all former Pump It Up Infinity devs, so, oops.
Oops.
All Infinity.
And what's absolutely wonderful is seeing this get together, especially on Speedrun Ragnarok. We have absolutely three great individuals that have known each other for a very long time. Many events they attended together. If you take a step back into like Pump lore, there are a ton of photos of them hanging out at conventions. And with this year of how it's been going, it's been a lot of, remote-based interaction and things like that. So it's an absolute honor to sit here and be a host for this block. I really do appreciate it.
It's all about that lore. Oh dear. This song. I will assure you, it is not the string cutting up or anything. This is how the actual chart plays. Or really, it's just the chart actually casts a spell to our human eyes to make it look like it's lagging on our end. That's Pump RPG for you.
And to be fair, I think this is one of those songs where you can use that better Twitch TV mode. Was it Sour Please?
Let's drop those Sour Pleases.
Yeah, let's drop some Sour Please. If you have Sour Please.
Yes, JQ Tran did actually make like a short RPG Maker game based off of Pump. Madman, I love John so much. But yeah, the laggy gimmicks here is pretty appropriate for this chiptune-like song. This little man's going on an adventure of Pump Venture. I hope one of his moves is the Beethoven virus spin, or I'm going to be so disappointed and ask for my refund.
This is absolutely magical.
It really is.
This is absolutely magical.
So you'll also notice the pump holds, if it's been mentioned yet, they give you a lot of combo for each thing. Those are called tick counts. Or really ticks in general, they give you more combo as the longer you hold them. So try to make sure not to drop those holds. And we are halfway into our co-op set.
Absolutely.
Insane stuff so far. I mean, if they had more people, we could have just had that 3-player, 4-player, even 5-player action. But we gotta make do with what we have for now. Hello, Granddad Cyber. 7, Granddad. How are you this fine evening? Oh god, B co-op. No, the runner is actually just ZELLLOOO. It's just, we reached our co-op incentive earlier, so, we're having a short co-op session. And hey, speaking of Infinity a while back, here's another Infinity song. This is a remix of Banya's Will-o-the-Wisp. Also by Dia Mashura. Wow, we're giving our friend Bill a lot of love today. Shoutouts to him, and like, absolutely shoutouts to him being the best math teacher. That's what he does.
Shoutouts to Dia Mashura.
Shoutouts to math. I mean, yeah, this chart can get... Well, it's a fast chart. I mean, I know it's just 8th. Also has quite a surprising ending that I will not spoil just yet. I will just let that come at the very end. But yeah, you can do some amazing stuff with co-op and like pump charts in general. Like, you've noticed that those holds went with the ambiance, while the 8th notes for the other side went with like the beat. And basically, you can do some creative stuff. It's one of my favorite things about Pump is all the crazy patterning that you can do, even just from like adding like another panel and just changing the dance game layout.
Well, with that, real quick, we actually have a $5 donation coming in from Walking Eye with no comment, but towards the incentive for Gauntlet 4, Name the Party, asking for Gauntlet. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Let's keep these donations rolling. Generously appreciated.
Surprise! What are those gosh dang yellow notes doing over there? What's supposed to happen? Like a third person just comes out of nowhere and just freaking body slams the pad, the middle 4?
I don't know. I didn't know there was noodles in Pump It Up, though.
Right? What do the yellow notes mean?
Next stage.
You scream for ice cream. Nah, just kidding. The yellow notes are actually for the 3rd player. And, you know, surprisingly enough, they only have proper color codings for up to 3 players, because 4th player is actually soccer ball for whatever reason. Like, I mean, cool, I guess I'm playing soccer, whoever the 4th player is for a 4-player co-op. Who's gonna be the goalie? Ah, yes, Asterios re-entry.
Sorry,
Pump now has a couple of crossovers from a couple of Korean games. This one be coming from EC2AC, which is a I would say it's a little similar to like Beatmania, so it's also Korean, and the game's a lot really crazy. If you want to check more onto that, I recommend you my good friend Dafty, because he has his own cab now, and that's actually really hype because we don't have that many cabs at all here in the US. It was all basically from Korea, and they're starting to sell off its machines. And we have O2 Jam, yes, of course. And Neon FM, which Neon FM is a game made here. Quick fun fact, I also helped write charts for that in the later years. Oh man, I wish DJ Max had crossovers in Pump. Like, have one of the most underrated banging song lists of all time. But alas, we gotta work with what we have. Yes, the 5th player is technically the drum skin. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, you see some of those crazy patternings there. You know, with one person like drilling that a short while back, and one person and the other person having to jump back and forth. It's great. You can think of this game as a huge giant meme, and I'm all for it, 100%. And I believe that concludes their co-op set.
Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I knew you could do it.
Interesting enough, co-op does not have ratings in Korean Pump. They do in Pro 2 and Infinity, but here they're just kind of marking the number of players. So you just kind of have to guess, or if you have the benefit of watching the videos when they release or so, or before you go on and tackle them.
Over.
Yeah, you have that. You should probably look into that, because you don't want to jump into a very hard co-op like Tetris with all those 16 runs right away. Oh, in this game, I should probably get into this. You can level up, or so you can also gain pump points, which you can use on this website for the item shop
There's your custom stat.
to unlock content. You know, like mainly charts and avatars they can use in the game. You can also work on titles. You'll see that ZELLLOO's title up there is Expert Level 3. Which are specific things you can go for. Like, you play, play all the 20s, for instance, you get this title, and you play all the co-op, you get that title, and you clear all this and that. You know, it's pretty nice to do. It's a nice grind it gives people to do.
Hey, I'm back.
Hello, how was your
Welcome back.
co-op set?
Brilliant job.
So I see some stuff in the chat. I probably want to explain that. People say co-op was in the games in 2006. That's somewhat correct, somewhat not. There was one chart, well, two charts in Zero that were for 2 players, but they were not color-coded. So one of them was just one person takes one side, and it was layouts to Another Nightmare. And the other one was that's one Another Nightmare, which was switching sides, and it was pretty much impossible to play without having a video and watching the video. Color coding was introduced way later when they started to add co-op charts to songs as a norm. It was one of the later patches of Fiesta 1. So just small history stuff. And the chart he's playing right now is very triple heavy. You can see that pretty much every step is a triple jump. It's not easy to do if you're not used to press triples and read them on doubles, but it's a very good practice chart.
And he hit the infamous, what was it, the 8th step?
Octuple jump.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, sometimes in Pump there is more than 4 panels you have to hit at the same time.
Right.
And usually you have to use your hands and go down for that. You can have like bigger feet or you can slide really fast, but it's not reliable. It's more reliable to just go down and use hands.
What's even the approach to hitting that 8 jump? Good question. You can use your head, your butt, your back.
Well, usually you just use 2 panels per each of your legs or arms. That's pretty much what he's doing.
You know, it's really funny that they nerfed High-Vi's Another Nightmare chart. It used to be the 10 panels all together, and then they moved it, and then they changed it to, I think, what, like the middle 6?
Yes, it was all 10 panels hold, and nobody was able to hold it, so they changed it just to 6 panels.
Yeah,
which
meanwhile, another troop is just like, hello! Boom! We kept the 8-panel jump.
And ZELLLOO is playing another very meme chart that is dedicated to one very particular skill that you probably won't see in other games. Some people say that to be a Pump player you have to have longest legs from all dance games, and you will see why in just a minute.
Oh baby, here we go. Shoutouts to Weebs Dakva.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
So yeah, as you can see, you have to stretch your legs from one side of the pad to another side. And if you're not ready, if you did not do your stretching properly, or if you have not so long legs, it's gonna be hard. Do your stretching, guys.
And we got our lovely white flashes in this song.
Oh yeah, do you want to explain a bit about visual effects in the songs?
Yeah, I mean, aside from the crazy note gimmicks, you see some white flashes and stuff like what we're seeing in Red Swan here. Those are actually like special types of items. I think they're like a special types of mines. I forget.
No, I think it's not an item. I think it's a foreground. Like if you don't even press anything, it still works.
Probably. I don't know. Pump mechanics are like very interesting. A lot
Yeah.
of crazy stuff
Haru?
behind.
Yes.
Kim, I'm sorry for interrupting. Is it okay if I interrupt for a quick second?
Oh yeah. Go
We
ahead.
have-
Go
we
ahead.
have a $350 donation coming in from
Wow.
Charles saying, happy to see ZELLLOO continuing to be as awesome as usual. Let's go. Shout outs to the commentator crew too. Love all of y'all. Thank you so much for the generous donation. Let's keep raising these funds for Take This. Sending so much love. Thank you so much.
That's hype. Thank you so much for that generous donation. $350.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
$350.
Get those games and let's keep raising these funds for a great cause.
Pushing the total to currently $1,742 out of 5,000. Let's keep pushing. We're almost there to 2K. Let's get the hype going. Also sour, please.
Oh, this song is pretty hype. Oh yeah, some of those trills are coming in. Get a little bit of everything.
Oh yeah. This is actually one of the latest edition songs for the game. Pump It Up XX has a system of patches when they add new songs we are adding new songs every 2 months. Actually, the last patch for the game for this version was released in August, so there will be no new songs until the new game is released. And this song is somewhat a sequel to another song in Pump called .01. It's a sequel musically, but not so much BGA-wise. BGA is actually really sad for this song. But what is special about this chart, you will see at the very, very end.
Yeah, there we go. That countdown.
Yes.
And if you look carefully, that should match with the background. Yes.
Yes, it does. It stops at .02. And it actually matches the background, I think, at every skin you try.
Yep.
So, speaking of not skins, this game allows you to change the look of arrows if you don't feel comfortable reading specific arrows. ZELLLOO is playing not on default skin. His skin is called Zero Easy Mode. There are lots of skins. Most of them are default skins from older mixes, but there are also some special skins like Soccer Balls that was mentioned in the chat before, and there are also several mission skins like Missiles, Fire, Ice, Wind. And here we come into another hype song. Vincent, could you please explain a bit about time signature for this, because I'm deaf.
Oh lord. So this does not follow your normal 4/4 time signature. I think it's at 3/4, but yeah, this song is really fast and it goes really crazy on the time signature. So lots of focus on this one. You don't want to try to lose track on this.
Yeah, it's harder to time when time signatures change a lot, and it throws you off when you try to go with downbeats. In this song in particular, there is a slowdown, and time signatures change right before the and you have to time it visually because there is no audio cues for you.
Right.
So speaking about timing, this game is not so much about timing, but more about keeping combo on super hard charts. But when you at the level of doing harder songs already in all perfects, there is also a harder special mode called rank mode, which makes timing windows way smaller, and you have to be more accurate, more precise with your steps.
Holds are also stricter on rank mode, so don't drop those holds now.
You may have noticed that ZELLLOO's PBs sometimes are A and he's getting an S, or his score is way higher and his grade is double S, so he did almost perfectly. That's because he played most of the songs in this game on rank, and rank to compensate for being harder gives you additional score bonus of 1.2 multiplier. So if you play on rank, your score will be higher. Did you talk about the difficulty system in the game, like the levels?
Not yet, but we can get right to that. So
yeah, we should mention that at least once.
Yeah, you know, it's like, what the heck do these numbers mean? Like, why are you throwing these 20s? What could that mean? So this game has a numerical difficulty scale of 1 through 26 for singles and 1 through 28 for doubles.
So ZELLLOO is playing mostly songs on the harder end. You can see this is level 23, which is closer to 28 than to 1.
Right.
And Vincent mentioned before that the game has title system, and titles are based on the in-game levels for songs. Also, Endemiro, the manufacturer of the game, divided the titles between intermediate, advanced, expert, and master levels. So they assume player who can stage pass songs of this specific level deserves a specific title. Intermediate titles cover levels from 10 to 19, advanced titles cover levels from 20 to 23, expert titles cover levels from 24 to 27, and master is the hardest song in the game, a level 28.
Oh man, my favorite song.
Oh yeah, this chart is very special in some weird ways. So you can see the song's name is FFF. You may notice something interesting in the second half of this step chart.
Yeah, and the thing about this chart in particular is this used to be like this random hidden chart, quote-unquote, back in Fiesta 2.
So yeah, in Pump, actually some charts allow a level of randomness from having one jump in different spots to having a whole section of the chart being different depending on what random version you get. In Fiesta 2, there was FFF double level 22, but you had a 5% chance to get this double, which is 24. But later on in newer games they separated the two charts. Now you can play it just by itself without having to random for it. I never actually was able to random it. Unlucky.
I think I got it like once and I was like, haha, this is hilarious. Then I failed.
That happens. So yeah, we come into the part where it will appear. There's actually another chart with letters in the game. I know many people don't like it. I think it's funny.
Press F and then hit F to pay respects.
Press F. More F.
F. Let's see those Fs in the chat, fellas.
So, actually interesting fact, in Pump It Up, you can't just let the holds go, like in DDR you can jump on the holds. In Pump It Up, holds tick when you stand on them, and if you let them go, you will be getting misses.
Right.
They also give you different amount of perfects or misses because it's possible to customize when you make a step chart for Pump. Well, when StepMaker makes a chart for Pump.
Yep.
While in DDR and in the groove, you just press the hold at the head, you somewhat bounce on it, and you have to hold until the end, and that's it. You get one.
Next stage.
Oh, that was actually a really good score.
It was.
Yeah, this song is very fast. The BPM is 200, so it's 200 beats per minute. And
Hi, everyone. So, I want to thank everybody for giving me a great opportunity to do this showcase. Everybody watching, everybody who's helping me, the staff, my great commentators and hosts. I'm going to play one last song. It's going to be a remix. And it's going to be a level 26. I don't know if we touched on difficulty, but the scale in this game is 128. And I'm not feeling too great today, but I'm going to try and play 26 anyway. So have fun, guys.
26 is still impressive. So back to the run. The run in the previous song was really fast, and to keep up with the pace, you need to have very high foot speed.
Listen, people need to take a break from Bimera, alright? we don't need more Bimeras in the East.
Well, I think ZELLLOO is actually a current record holder for Bimera phone. He played how many times? 26, I think he played Bimera.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he played Bimera double 26, one of the hardest charts in the game that is like almost constant drills at 210 BPM. He played it 26 times in a row and stage passed it most of the times. Vincent, did you speak about stage passing before?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Stage break grades and everything. The gray letter,
Oh,
the gray
did you do it? Did you do it for Shab?
Yes.
So-
Or at least in one of the other songs, but yeah.
Yeah, because I was mentioning stage passing. I was worried if we talked about it before.
So a little silly thing about this remix, especially its name. This is remixes are basically they're like multiple songs kind of remixed into one, almost like kind of like a DJ set. For instance, if you want to think of it like that. But the name of this song is Leather, which is a mashup, a remix of Leakage, Voltage, and Further. And I really like that they use parts of each name to kind of try to think of some whack remix name.
Oh yeah, Pump It Up had some really funny remixes, like Mr. Firefighter Falls in Love with You.
Yeah.
Speaking of song lengths, did you speak about that before?
No. So like.
Let's do that now.
Yeah.
So, remix is a song that is not only remixed from 2 or more songs, but it's also longer than normal arcade cut. Usually in dance games, you only have one length of the songs, arcade length, but Pump It Up actually has 4. Arcade length, remix, which ZELLLOO is playing now. There are also full songs, which are not cut songs or just slightly cut, a full version of songs. And there's also shortcut. Shortcut is usually a cut of arcade version, but it's cut under 1 minute. Arcade songs differentiate between somewhere 120 and 220 right now. Yes, Dot, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm agreeing to what you're saying. This is just blowing my mind, and please can we get some hype in chat and just keep raising these donations towards Take This. This is absolutely fantastic.
Sour please.
This chart is pretty hard, not only because it takes a toll on your stamina, but because this is very tech heavy. You can see lots of brackets that are hard to read and hard to press.
Right.
So it's taxing not only on your body, but also on your brain. Co-ops are actually pretty hard on your brain as well, because you have to keep up with your colors, you have to not bump into your partner. And that was a stage pass. Yay, let's get some hype, chat.
Absolutely unbelievable plays.
One of the hardest songs in the game. He gets a stage pass.
I'm jumping out of my chair, clapping my hands.
666 in the score. Also, 19 misses. That is very good.
That is absolutely unbelievable.
You can see his score is not quite as high as his best, but that's because he did higher combo during his best attempt. But miss count is just wow, amazing.
We have our lovely service menu here.
That was good. I'm good with that.
ZELLLOOO, come in. That was good. That was absolutely wonderful, man. Oh my goodness.
It's a pretty tough ending, so I'm glad not only did I pass it when I'm not feeling well, I'm also got 19 misses on it. It was pretty good.
It's also very sticky right now because of the rain, and we have to keep our garage open. So it's hard to keep up with the foot speed.
Right.
Yeah, but hey, I had a lot of fun. That's what matters most. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, Haru and Vincent, for great commentary. And thank you, Dot, for hosting.
Thank you for amazing gameplay. We really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, everyone, stay tuned for the rest of the Rhythm Game block. We've still got Step Mania and 2DX coming up, so definitely tune in for those. And I will be back early Wednesday morning for Mega Man Network transmission. So, thanks, everyone.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks
so much,
everyone for
Haru.
watching.
I appreciate it.